Get down and take on the world from a Rugrats point of view. Watch the Rugrats tonight at 7/6 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the second edition of the Nickelozone. Today we'll be going over the second Nicktoon to premiere in 1991, Rugrats. Now, Rugrats is the second ever Nicktoon to premiere, airing smack dab in the middle of Doug and Ren and Stimpy on August 11th, 1991. It was created by then husband and wife animation duo Arlene Klasky and Gabor Chupo and their animation company, Klasky Chupo, obviously, and based on the lives and the imagination of the two children they had together. The inspirations from main character Tommy Pickles and his brother Dill, who was born much later in the series. It ran for 172 episodes over 9 seasons, from August 11th, 1991 to August 1st, 2004, and was the longest running Nicktoon of all time until SpongeBob surpassed it in 2012. It had 3 theatrical movies: the Rugrats movie, Rugrats in Paris, and a crossover with the Wild Thornberrys, which I'll get to eventually, Rugrats Go Wild, and 2 straight-to-DVD movies based on fairy tales, which suck. It is also the only Nicktoon with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Rugrats was also the first cartoon to follow a mixed religion, Christian/Jewish family, and had the first Passover episode in the history of television animation. So, that's a little fun fact. Now, what happened in Rugrats, you may ask? Well, if you've been living under a rock for the past 35 years, Rugrats follows adventurous baby Tommy Pickles, who likes to get into mischief with his best friends Chucky Finster, a cowardly baby, the twins, who love dirt and mud and all that crap, Phil and Lil DeVille, and his mean cousin Angelica. We also follow the parents and grandparents of the babies, high school teacher Dee Dee, stay-at-home dad and failed toy maker Stu, and World War II veteran Grandpa Lou for Tommy, Chucky's neurotic dad Chaz, Phil and Lil's feminist mother Betty and forgotten daddy Howard, Angelica's businesswoman mom Charlotte, and Stu's more practical brother, that means makes more money, Drew Pickles. Angelica's rival Susie Carmichael is introduced in the second season, with late additions to the series also including Tommy's brother Dill and Chucky's step/adopted sister Kimmy. Rugrats is honestly my favorite show out of the original 3 Nicktoons. I know a lot of people like Ren and Stimpy more, but I don't, obviously. Rugrats has a certain charm to it. You either get the Klasky Chupo style or you don't. And I do. I really like it. The animation aesthetic is very lumpy and strange looking, which is a pretty good choice in a show literally about babies trying to figure out what's going on with the world. In the original couple seasons at least, you'd also get a lot of good storylines with the parents alongside the babies, which makes it pretty entertaining to watch now that I'm an adult, and I can recognize what their parents are going through, rather than just viewing through the eyes of the babies, because I used to watch it when I was like a little kid, on like VHSs and stuff, so it's interesting to see the contrast between the 2 periods in my life. Rugrats gives its baby characters a very interesting perspective on the world. Everything is big and exciting and new and something to explore. The babies have pretty much limitless imaginations, minus Chucky obviously, because they're so young and uncynical. The humor in the first couple seasons at least is also pretty spot on and funny, like Drew and Stu's family feuds turning into therapy sessions, or Dee Dee's dad wanting to turn himself into a suicide doctor because Stu wanted to show him slides of his vacation, or the babies watching a show about a talking poodle on TV. But Rugrats is really good. The balance between the baby plots and the adult plots are also balanced and spot on, and both manage to be funny and interesting. However, while I do like the show and think it's very charming, I don't think that you should binge watch Rugrats like I did for this video. Eventually, after a certain point, i.e. the first movie or season 6, the charm kind of runs dry, and the babies became pretty damn annoying to watch as they continually fail to recognize basic human structures like manners or clothes or plants. One episode in season 8 is a Halloween special about them going on their first Halloween, when they already had a Halloween special about them going on their first Halloween in the first season. Like, you should know what this is, we already went through this. Like, what started out as charming eventually became pretty frustrating, especially when they decided to let Angelica sing for half the episode, or have Dill cry for half the episode. I swear to God, when I was watching this, when they made Angelica sing for half the episode, I felt myself getting 50 years older. Her screechy-ass voice turned me into a grumpy old woman. The series perks up a bit around the time that Kimmy's introduced after the second movie, and Rugrats in Paris itself is actually pretty good, you know. It's not like SpongeBob movie level, or even like Wild Thornberrys movie level, but it's still pretty good. And I'll review all the Nicktoon movies in a different episode. I'm gonna keep this just to the series for now. I do plan to review all of them later. But I think by season 8, Rugrats was running out of steam. When All Growed Up came around, you're just waiting for the end instead of enjoying the rest of the episode, and that's never fun. You never want to force yourself to watch something, and by, season 8, I was just done. If you're thinking about watching all of Rugrats, maybe do like 1 to 2 seasons a month, or like do 1 to 3, because that's the original order of the show, and then they extended it when it got popular. Maybe that will feel fresher, but if you go all in one go, you'll notice all the reused plots, like the manners example before. There are like 2 different manners episodes. The voices getting progressively more annoying, such as Dee Dee having a higher pitched voice after the first movie, and all the weird mouth shots that I hate. I don't like them. I think they're gross. Overall, Rugrats in the first 5 seasons or so is a very solid B to like a A-. In like season 3, that's like peak Rugrats. It's very childish and silly, but it has a good heart and multiple character focuses, which I enjoy. And then eventually gets down to like a C- in its last couple seasons. A very common criticism is that Rugrats went downhill once they introduced Dill in season 6. But I think introducing a new, maybe even younger character could have worked if they didn't make him so damn annoying. I swear, when I was watching this, sometimes I wanted to punt that kid in the sun because he never fucking stopped crying. Cheers to Tara Strong for reproducing the sounds of a never-ending crying baby perfectly, but it's not nice to hear on the ears constantly. It's annoying. I think the introduction of Kimmy in season 7 was way nicer, and she had a way better dynamic with Chucky as brother and sister than Dill ever had with Tommy, because Kimmy isn't unendingly annoying and never shuts up crying. The gross-out jokes in the last couple seasons are also abundant. They want to make it funny for younger audiences. I never liked when I was, younger audience member. And it's not funny, so it's even less enjoyable to watch past the 5th season. The ending of Rugrats is also unfortunately not a really complete ending, due to the rule that Nicktoons weren't supposed to allude to the ending of the show. Something that Doug, Ren and Stimpy, and Rocko's Modern Life all did before Rugrats went ending. They already had definitive points that they ended the show on, but I digress. Kimmy Takes the Cake is an okay ending, but not a great one for the original cash cow of Nickelodeon, the pre-SpongeBob days, one of the shows that put them on the map. Due to the falling out between Nickelodeon and Klasky Csupo, over money obviously, in the early 2000s, Rugrats never got the proper ending it deserved, and it really deserved an As Told by Ginger-esque ending, because, it was a good show. It was good while it lasted, and I feel bad that it never got like a proper ending. Now let's talk about the best episodes per season. This is probably going to take a while because there's 9 seasons, but I'm going to try and make my description short, but also, good enough that will make you want to watch these episodes when I get done talking about them. So season 1, my favorite episode is the first episode, Tommy's First Birthday. It is the best out of all the Nicktoons pilots. And by pilots, I mean first episodes. The real pilot of Rugrats is Tommy Pickles and the Great White Thing, about him wanting to fall into a toilet or whatever. But this is the best out of all the first episodes. The puppet show with Stu and Drew turning into a therapy session makes me laugh every time. It's comedy gold. It's one of the best Nicktoon pilots I've seen in general. I love the balance between the babies and the adults. I really like that in the early seasons. And every character gets a lit part and their personality established really well, including their dog Spike, but not Howard, obviously. Sad. Season 2, it's Game Show Dee Dee. I'm a sucker for game show episodes, and this one is no exception. Dee Dee gets to be on Jeopardy, and the guy, host guy, Alan Quebec, is played by Alex Trebek, so it's pretty epic. It's also nice to see Dee Dee finally win something in her life, with the babies and Angelica constantly tearing up her house every episode. She never gets a fucking break, man. Season 3 is Angelica Breaks a Leg, which is probably the most iconic episode of the series for one reason alone. Stu losing control of his life, obviously. Really funny. I also like the color palette of the room Angelica's staying in throughout the episode, so it's nice to see some visual variety in the show. Most of the time you're just stuck with like the kitchen or the backyard or whatever, so I like it. Season 4 is Mother's Day. This one never fails to make me cry, which makes me feel bad whenever I watch it. I also love Betty's part in the episode when she's feeding Stu's mom machine thing with her own lived information about being a mom, placing all of Stu's weird garbage. Betty's my absolutely favorite character on the show. She's a queen, and she really shines here. There's a lot of misunderstanding plots from the later season in this episode as well, with Chucky trying to find a mom and the babies like use the dog as the mom or whatever. But it really works in this episode. They managed to make it one of the best episodes of the show because the babies are so earnest about wanting to find him a mom. It's a really sweet and sad episode and one of their bests. Season 5! The word of the day. Season 5 is Rugrats' shortest season at 13 episodes only, so there's not a ton to choose from. I chose this one purely because I like the visual gag of Charlotte screaming like a banshee whenever Angelica says the titular word of the day. It's fuck. It's definitely a good episode, but not as good as the previous 4. You know, shortened seasons and all that. It's pretty hard to squeeze good content from, but you do what you can. Season 6, I Do. I'm also a sucker for a wedding episode. I love wedding episodes and shows. I also really like the one with Dee Dee's half-brother's wedding where the bride gets cold feet, let them eat cake in season 2. Also, they never established how Dee Dee is her half-brother when her parents are still together. How did that work? This one was pretty cute, though. Chucky and Lil don't have a lot of episodes with them interacting with each other, so it's nice to see a different dynamic in the Rugrats verse. The ending with all the Rugrats deciding to marry each other in a proto-polycule was also really cute. Oh, and Dill was barely in it, and that's definitely a plus from me, baby. Season 7 is Kwanzaa. I enjoyed this one much more the second time around than I did the first. I think, honestly, this is the best holiday special they ever did. And that includes both the Christmas kind and the Passover Hanukkah ones. I really liked the plot with Susie and not feeling qualified to be in her family's scrapbook because she didn't have any awards, same girl, and gave her some screen time she desperately needed. Susie is not my favorite character on the show. If I made a tier list, she'd probably rank pretty low because she morphs from being a perfect version of Angelica with no flaws in order to be a foil to her, and that's not a very interesting character. Her only flaw up to this point in season 7 was not being able to cook as a 3-year-old. Of course she can't fucking cook, but this episode actually gave her some doubts and made her feel like a real person, a real kid, instead of just a foil to Angelica being perfect. I also really liked her auntie and her laid-back attitude, and the sentiment that most people that do good things aren't famous. They're just people is a great one. Most of us will never end up being famous for good deeds. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. I also liked seeing the rest of Susie's family. Most of them, besides her mom and sister, don't get pretty much any screen time in the later seasons. So it's nice seeing her dad and brothers again. I'd go the controversial route and say it's one of the best episodes of the series. I really like this one. Season 8. It's A Tale of Two Puppies. It's a pretty cute Chucky-focused episode. Them trying to get a scared puppy to be more confident, despite also being a scaredy cat. It's cute seeing him try to be brave for the puppy, and the plot is different from the usual Misunderstanding or Angelica's Follies episodes that pretty much define the later season of Rugrats. It's nice to have something that's just cute. I like it. And then season 9, and the final season of them all, it's Fountain of Youth, which is the final episode of Rugrats. And honestly, I was just happy the season was finally over. It was not great. It was nice seeing the babies, parents as babies themselves, but once again, we see nothing from Dee Dee's, Phil and Lil's parents, or Charlotte's childhoods, so it's kind of disappointing. Like, they had childhoods too, why don't we ever get to see them? Really, in a season with constantly rotating characters like their stupid babysitter and the new dog and whatever the fuck, and changes like the Java Bar Internet Cafe they put in for some reason, there's no real development. So it was nice to see a kind of classic episode to end the series with, even though it's really just fine instead of great. Some of my other favorite episodes from the series include Family Feud from Season 2, Graham Canyon from Season 1, Passover from Season 3, The Art Fair from Season 4, and Kid TV also from Season 3. Now for my worst episode. I was going to do a bottom 5, but honestly the worst episodes of Rugrats aren't really varied. They're all some variation of adults as a metaphor, like April showers bring May flowers. Babies don't understand that. Babies cause chaos, and it gets boring after a while. It's so fucking boring. So I'm just doing one episode, one worst episode. The absolute nadir of Rugrats is actually the one in airing order, at least, right after I Do, my favorite episode of Season 6. It's Silent Angelica. Basically, the plot entails that Angelica's parents bribe her with promises of toys to stay silent for the day, and to watch the baby so her parents can keep doing whatever they want to do, which is a business call for Charlotte and watching a tennis game for Drew. For one, Drew just dumps the babies on her so he can watch a damn tennis game. Watch the kids yourself, you lazy asshole. Your daughter is literally 3 years old. Don't make her watch a bunch of 1 and 2-year-olds. You're such a fucking idiot. And for two, the babies are extra fucking annoying in this one to ensure that Angelica will lose her bet of being silent, because her mom also wants them to be silent, and she can't shut them up without yelling at them because they'll just misinterpret everything she says like always. They are so stupid kids. Eventually they decide she's sick for no real reason because she won't talk. They decide to write her a song and get progressively more and more annoying until she finally yells at them, no shit, and doesn't get all the toys she was promised because, gotta get punishment, she's Angelica. Most of the time, Angelica at least does something to warrant her punishment of the day, but she did literally nothing in this episode besides get kids dumped on her as a 3-year-old, cough cough, parentification, steal a package from a frankly stupid-ass mailman, and yell at annoying children. I completely understand her this episode. The ending almost redeems it with Charlotte and Drew trying to therapy talk Angelica, but it's not enough to not be annoying. So this one just grates on the nerves, and to boot, it is even funny. One outside of it, Dill's not in it. Yay! That's good. Some of my other least favorite episodes include Cynthia Comes Alive from Season 8, Fluffy vs. Spike from Season 1, Cradle Attraction from Season 3, Ransom of Cynthia from Season 4, and Angelica's Assistant from Season 8. All shit for the crime of annoying me. Before we end this episode, I'll mention my personal favorite performances and writers. Props go to E.G. Daily, Kath Susie, and Michael Bell. Daily for being able to pull off the voice of Tommy for more than 10 years. Allegedly, she even recorded an episode as him when she was in labor with one of her own children, so it's very impressive. I would not do that. I don't care how good the pay was, I would not be doing my job when I'm in labor, so good for her. I don't know which one it is, I don't know if that's true, but if it is, she's a better woman than I am. For Susie, she was able to make 3 different voices for Phil, Lil, and their awesome, amazing, beautiful mom, Betty, and have them not sound particularly similar to each other. She was able to do full conversations with herself, which takes serious skills, to playing 2 kids and their mom. Crazy. Belle also voices 3 main characters, Chucky's dad, Chaz, Angelica's dad, Drew, and Dee Dee's dad, Boris. In addition to be able to create 3 entirely separate voices, he's really able to pull off the more emotional moments in more serious episodes, such as Mother's Day, and when Chaz and Kira adopt each other's kids in Finsterella. In my opinion, the best writer for the show would be Steve Vixen, who wrote classics such as Barbecue Story, Grandpa's Date, My Favorite, Angelica Breaks a Leg, and Meet the Carmichaels. He eventually moved on to be the best writer on Hey Arnold as well, so he had a very good track record with writing Nicktoons. Good for him. The best director for Rugrats, in my opinion, I think would be Jim Duffy. He directed, once again my favorite episode, Angelica Breaks a Leg, but he also directed iconic episodes like Party Animals and Dummy Bear Dinner Disaster and Game Show Dee Dee, another one of my favorites. He was a good director, and he directed 70 episodes, so good on him. He did a great job on Rugrats. Alright, I'll start wrapping it up now. Overall, Rugrats, most of the time, is a sweet show with a lot of heart and nasty mouth shots. But maybe skip season 6 and go straight to 7 and the end. You won't really miss much. It is still my favorite out of the first 3 Nicktoons, despite some of the criticism that I had for it this video. despite it getting kind of, cruddy by the end, I'll still always go back to the first couple seasons. There's some really good episodes in there. And even in the later ones, there's still some good ones. So I recommend maybe only watching, 3 a month. 3 a month and you'll get through. That's my final diagnosis. It's a solid B and a pretty solid Nicktoon. And now we go on to the most infamous Nicktoon by far, Ren and Stimpy. See you next time. Bye.
Rugrats.
It's all new.
Rugrats. It's all new. They're back from Paris with an all-new season and new adventures. Now ain't that pleasing? The Rugrats are here with brand new thrills. And then there's Chucky,
Getting new tills.
the queen of mean. Man, she's whack. But this season,
She better watch her back.
it's all new Rugrats right here on Nick. Don't miss a minute, cause it's really gonna kick.
Don't miss brand new episodes of Rugrats every Friday at 8, 7 Central right here on Nick.
It's all new. Yeah.